So I'm standing here in front of this beautiful piece of machinery and I'm getting ready to jump in it, fire it up for the first time. I've never fired this truck up. Both times I was around it, yesterday and Saturday when I went and looked at it, the gentleman that owned it started it up for me. So let's kick that on. I can't see nothing. Let's turn this on. And then I believe you just push that button and it fires right up. Just like that. When it idles, it rattles like crazy in here, so I'd have to do something about that. I've never even looked at that throttle lock to see how it would go, but boy, she's smoking. She, he, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what it's like idling it when you're sitting at a light. It's exactly how it is too. So I'm firing it up now because I'm getting ready to run over to the Petro in Napoleon to get some new steer tires put on it since it was such a rough ride yesterday. There's no way I'd ever want to take that thing on the interstate again with those and travel with it and just get it anywhere. If I was just running local, it'd be fine, but I'm not running local and this truck's not going to just be run local. It's actually going to go out and be seen. So it needs some steer tires, so that's what I'm getting ready to do today. On the show, on the Chad Keegan YouTube channel. Alright, well I'm at the Petro over here in Napoleon. I'm getting ready to get two brand new steers put on. Dave just got done jacking up the truck here real quick. And I enjoyed being able to bring this over here for them to be able to see it, because once it's not in my possession anymore, because it won't be someday, you know, they won't be able to see it. So I just figured I'd bring it up here. Gotta get new steers. I was doing 70 on the way over, but it seems like once you hit past 63, 64, the speed wobble shake starts to go out, but it still needs to be done because these aren't tires you would want to run on the interstate, since they're been sitting so long, there's flat spots and they just bam, 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 slam me all over. It's like shaky to death if not, and those will get taken care of another day, another way. But for right now, I'm over here getting these taken care of. So if you need anything, make sure you get a hold of them and tell them I sent you. Alrighty, what is going on? I'm back at the house after that steer tire swap there on Muncie. Needed to be done. Definitely needed to be done. And I'm going to raise up the blue truck here. I just grabbed my little handy dandy jack thing. This is a small one that I get from Harbor Freight because they're cheap, and well, I get lifetime replacement if that breaks, because the plug for the engine block shorted out on me. There's the cords coming apart and stuff like that. These steers are nice and new. They help with some of the wobble, but those definitely are going to need to be done someday, some other way. Some new shocks would probably be nice for this thing too, maybe to soften the blow a little bit, but it does smooth out once you hit 70, so you just have to get it there. I think I was coming home against the wind and it just didn't want to get there for some reason. But I mean, it like 60, let's see, 62-ish to like 64, it's just shaky to death, and it's all back here because these things are super old and super stiff. The date codes were 2022 or 2002 and 2003, so that's 22 and 23 years old for these tires. Since they are tubed, I may be able to, and the one I checked was 110 psi, so they're rock hard. The one I may be able to lower the pressure up to soften the tires a little bit, but I mean, they're still going to be super stiff since there's a tube in there. I would only take them down to maybe like 95 and try to run it and see how it acted, you know, just around here, and then go from there. But yeah, I would, someday that's going to get done. Anyways, I need to do this, so I'm going to jack it up real quick, and then I've got the thing inside I'll bring out and I'll show you so you can see what I'm talking about. And hopefully this job isn't too complicated, because I don't want it to be. I'm hoping I don't have to change everything out and that I can just change the cord out. I would like to be able to move this truck forward because it's back a little bit too far for now, and it's just hard for me to get the other Frank and Muncie in there because I don't have enough space. I have to back up into the yard, and then I'm close to the ice house there, and it's just a pain in the butt. And when I parked this the time I drove it last, because I realized that that thing was blowed out, but it was warm enough to where I thought it might start. It didn't want to start, and I just shot ether in it and started it. Not something I do all the time, because that's not the kind of guy I am. If the truck can't be plugged in and ran, then I don't want to start it with ether. I just don't like to start trucks with ether. I'm sure it doesn't harm them. It's just me personally, my preference. So yeah, I should be able to, I'm hoping I can just loosen the thing and swap the cords out. So that's what I'm going to probably plan on doing at first. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this thing. I just want to get it plugged in, running, and moved up a little bit, because I'm going to wash Frank. I need to put my bed back in Frank because I took my sheets out and stuff. And then I need to, I want to move Frank because I want Muncie back here to where I can clean the interior out a little bit, maybe remove a few panels, and then see if I can get some mouse crap out there. But I need to sweep it out because I will be sleeping in that someday. See, that's all corroded and roached out, and these are all corroded and roached out here. So that was probably touching somewhere on this cord and did that. So if I'm lucky, I might be able to just unscrew this thing, pull it out, because there's a screw that goes over there. Let's go in the garage now that you've seen this, and I'll show you this kit I have gotten that I found on Amazon that I just ordered the same day. I think it was like 126 bucks maybe, because when I have shit like that go wrong, if it's 126 bucks, I'm ordering it. It's been sitting in a house for a while because I haven't, it's been super cold and I just haven't been, you know, wanting to do it. So the block that is plugged into the engine looks like this. So hopefully I can just put this one on. If that thing sticks out far enough, I'll be able to just plug this one right in. If not, I'll have to take this off and finagle it in and then put it on there. So that's my goal. to go out and see if I can't get that top piece off and clean that out some. So I'm gonna need some tools. So let me get my tools around and what I need, and then I will be out there, because basically all I'll do is I'll try to plug this one in. I'll try to plug this one in, see if it'll work, and then if it won't work, then I know I've got to take that plate off. And I do believe I got to take that plate off. It's going to be a big mess, so I may need to have to wait until I do an oil change, because it could just go right in there like that. So we'll see. But let me get this one off real quick in the tools, and then I'll bring you back. We'll go from there. Okay, I'll move you around for a little bit here, just for a second. I have to run to town. As you can see, I got a bunch of coolant there, so I need coolant because that basically drained out on me. First bolt I tried to do right here in the center broke off on me, so I had to sit there and tap drill that thing out. Well, I had to drill it out with a bunch of crap and then tap drill it out. It was here's the old one. That's not gonna work. I don't believe my cord would have been long enough, plus I couldn't get this thing off the top the way it was, so I figured piss on, might as well just put the new one on. Seal off, new seal. So I don't, okay, there's a hole there. I'm sitting there looking at that stuff. I'm going to take the drills in real quick inside, that way I can charge the batteries. But yeah, that's how much was broke off in there right there that I had to frickin' drill out. So that was a pain in the ass, and my fingers are freezing, but I did it, so that's what's up. Now I gotta go uptown. I gotta run to Menards and see if I can get me 6 fresh ones of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I gotta grab some coolant, obviously, because I lost a bunch of coolant. So I told Kim, excuse me, I told Kim, I said, well, if you need anything for Christmas last minute, the time is now, because I don't think I'll be going anywhere tomorrow, because it's supposed to be warmer than, I don't know, man. This weather up here is really irritating me. It says one day it's supposed to be in like the 40s and the 50s, and then next thing you know, it's like 38 and 20-mile-per-hour wind. So it sucks doing stuff, but it's up north and what it is, and hopefully someday I'll be somewhere warmer and possibly working in a shop to where I don't have to do this, or I don't even care if it's warm and I'm outside under a fucking shade tree or something. I just want it to be warmer. Okay, so the new one is installed. Here's the cord. I'm just going to throw it back here right now on the transmission, because I don't necessarily need it up here. I may just scoop it and stick it somewhere back here, because it's right back here. At first I had those flipped around, so I was putting the holes in backwards, and I realized that, hey, you gotta shove it back there, jackwad. Oh, you know, while this is down, I should take that off right there and replace it, because that looks like it's a coolant 2, which that looks like it could be a big pain in the butt. I don't know. I need to walk over there, but anyways, I'm ready to dump some coolant in. Let me get my bucket out of here real quick. Right in there, because I don't really care about it. And every time I'm somewhere, at a truck stop usually, or at a gas station, and I see some dickwad take their DEF box that they fill up, and then they just throw it over to the side instead of taking care of it, I go and take this, because this is extremely nice. I use these for when I fill the trucks up with coolant, because that's better than trying to hold a funnel and something else up here. When you're doing this number, you can just stick this down in there, and bada bling, bada bloom, which you will be able to see shortly. Once I jack the cab down, this will go right back up in there and fill it up. So let me take care of some stuff, and I'll be right back. So here we go. When I was at Walmart, I was trying to get a case of this stuff, but for some odd reason they didn't have a case in the back, so I just took everything that was on the shelf. I got 6. If I need any more, I got a couple in Frank, so if I can just sit here like this and let it dump and do a sag, flip the ball around when it gets empty, and then swap them out, get another one. And once this is done, I'll plug that heater in to see if I can hear it working, because the instruction manuals say not to do it without it being in a bucket of submerged water or some kind of liquid, because it'll mess it up. So to see if it works, I said if you don't plug it in without it being submerged in liquid to see if it'll work, because then you can burn yourself, which I'm not necessarily worried about that. I would have on gloves and stuff like that if I was handling that heating element while it was hot, while it was open out in the open and stuff. It's a lot easier just to hold this bottle up here like this, even if I was standing on the ground trying to hold a freaking funnel. I've done that way too many times, especially with this truck. As many old coolant lines as I had blow out on me. All right, off to clean that up. I just plugged it in. I'll have to find a spot to stick that cord. Maybe over here or something would be fine if I just zip tied it off there and then I just had it right there. I can hear it hissing, so I know it's working. I can hear it bubbling too. I think it's working at least. That's the hose I was talking about right there. It looks like it's got a crack and it's gonna blow out. It's been like that for a long time, but one of these days it's probably gonna go. Figured the coolant went through there too, and I probably should have pulled it off, but I didn't, I forgot. And that's why I said, oh shoot, I forgot. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this go for a while, then I'll come back and check on it to see how it goes, if it works or not. If that plate's warm, if that section right there is warm, it's working. So I know it's working. And I'm almost positive that's plugged in, because I'm almost positive it's plugged in because I used to use it for that. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm gonna do wash the trucks. I wanted to wash Frank, I wanted to pull Muncie back and do it too, but I just, man, I'm gonna have to get warmer stuff on, because even with insulated pants, a hoodie, and this little jacket, my fingers are freezing, my hands are cold. So I'm gonna clean up my mess and then go see what my wife's up to. And I might come back out, I might not, but if I do Muncie, I'll shoot that. I'll because I need to jack the cab up. I haven't done that yet. And then you don't need to see anything on Frank, because, well, it don't matter. I'm just washing it, ain't no big deal. Well, I'm losing sunlight here, so I didn't even get to Muncie today at all, besides getting the steers put on. Frank's washed, he got a bath. I did like the frame and chassis and stuff like that, rims and tires. I didn't really do the cab, I just sprayed it down because I just washed it at James's house. But stacks and stuff needed to be cleaned, and so did the tires and rims from going through dirty, muddy areas. And it was kind of raining in Cincinnati. It started to rain, and I went through that mud hole slop yard because all the stuff was unfrozen, and coming back it was like drizzle for a while, but there was still salt on the road, so I was slinging stuff. This thing is nice and warm. I just touched the block not too long ago. It should fire right up is what I'm thinking, hopefully. I don't want to have to do anything to it. Come on. Oh. Nope. I don't understand this thing. I do not want to shoot it with ether. Burn out the starter. Come on. Nope. I'm going to get a can of ether. I'm tired of this. It's pissing me off. It has only been plugged in for like maybe an hour and a half. And I dumped cold ass coolant in it, and I sprayed the engine down where I had coolant drip down. So good times. Good times thanks to trucking. All right, I'll be back once this thing's running, probably. y'all don't understand this truck. It just never wants to freaking start. And I did shoot some of that little where the water drain is on the bottom of that air sucker breather filter section. So yeah, this thing don't want to start up for nothing. That thing will fire right up. Frank should fire up. He's a little cold, but I guess we'll see about him too. Gonna move some stuff really quick because, you know, I put some stuff on there because it's the kind of guy I am, but we'll see if he'll fire up. Two trucks are running and we're smoking the neighborhood out. Let me go get the third one fired up. All right, we got 1, 2, 3 trucks running right here. We got 290 big cam Cummins, single stack, no chicken lights, 4 out of 5 cap clearance lights, little bitty muffler pipe with a rain cap. Not too exciting, but it is super cool. We got 350 big cam Cummins, dual 6-inch stacks. We got chicken lights. We got chrome. Pay the bills and make you go home. Oh, I don't even have those on. Hold on, there's another switch I gotta flip to make those work, I do believe. If not, I got a wire out somewhere and I'll have to address that because that should be working. Fog lights. Fog lights, no. There we go. Okay, it's that in switch. So that's what that is. Yeah, that's what that is. It's been a while since I've been in an old blue truck. American dream, that's what it was to me. It's an American dream for me to buy my own truck and do my own thing and be my own boss. Come on. I got 1, 2, 3 cab overs here sitting in the driveway, man. Let's get Frank and put him up and kill him and put him to bed.